In today's video, we're going to be pulling apart my S13. Yay! As you know from one of my last videos, or if you don't know, I think I have a suspicion the internal slave is gone on my gearbox. I did think it was a gearbox issue, but more of how it's behaving now, I do believe it could be an internal slave problem and maybe a bearing problem. Somewhere in there creating a noise. I'll insert some footage here of the noise. So basically as well now, after my last drift day, when the car is in gear with the clutch fully in, the car is moving forward as if I don't even have a clutch. That's what's making us narrow it down to the fact that I think it's the internal slave. Now the reason for the motor and box coming out is because for me personally, it's just too hard to work on this gearbox with it in the car. People said you can separate the rear of the T56 off the bell housing, but I just don't want to lay on the ground and be doing something like this. And if something is wrong in the gearbox and I need to take it somewhere, I just would rather put it all back together outside of the car. Just check everything on the motor as well. Bolts I wouldn't usually be able to get to in the bay unless I lay under the car. Just everything like that. And as well, I did buy a new timing belt just because, again, the engine will already be out in the car. So I will be doing that in another video, doing the timing again on the 1JZ. It is, let me check the time. It is 12:33 and I'll pop the hood. Okay, so it's 12:33 and we're gonna have this on the ground in the next couple of hours. We can do it. We're gonna try and get it all done today. It's pretty easy because ASG did do the whole wire up, so it's a standalone like ECU wire, and so it kind of all just unplugs really easily. It's not like working on a standard motor. That would be so much harder. So basically, and as well, the front end does need some TLC because I did run down the driveway and the intercooler got stuck on the driveway, so it's dragged it down and pulled this bolt out. Everything's just, this bolt fell out. So like this whole front end just needs some TLC. I did run over a cone and go off track and broke the bumper. So that's the reason. We're kind of like, it was last apart maybe 8 months ago, so I think, you know, just pull it all apart, check everything, replace everything, do anything that we need to do while it's out. Like some of the turbo lines, this one especially, it's just faded to like gold. It's pretty old. I just want to check it, and I do have a bit of an oil leak here, so like I just want to check that everything's like tightened up. And as well, I do want to put some lock mods on the car as well, so that again it'll be just easier when the car's lighter. I do have stock knuckles, mostly stock everything, just a roll center correction kit with some old max speeding rods coilovers, so not the best. So I'll be putting some new secondhand. They're out of the 180, but the 180's got new ones, so we'll be using the coilovers out of the 180 SX in here, and then I'll be getting some mods into my knuckles, and my LCAs will be modded, but that again will be in another video. Today is just getting this thing out and putting it on the ground, and I don't think I've ever filmed a video like this on my channel before, so this will be a good insight to actually see how hard, but how actually not hard it is to take a motor out like this. First thing is first, yay, we're going to jack it up and get rid of the fluids. Gearbox oil gone. And we're going to get the coolant out of the car. We're not just going to dump it onto the ground because we love the environment. We love the grass. Jacking up from my favorite point again, the rad support, because why not? So windy. Ugh. And I'm using the other part of the jack handle for the bonnet. I should actually lower that a little bit, because what if the wind takes it away? Well, not takes it away, but launches it backwards. As said in many of my other videos, I don't know how to jack up a car without looking weird. So this is how we're doing it today. And I also think I might get rid of my water squirters off the front, because I don't use them, because one, it's annoying to fill up, and two, my gearbox overheats then. Here as well, this is what happened when I went down the driveway. It snapped, so I'll weld that back on. Not to mention, I won't be doing this completely by myself. Like, I will have our pit rat B from the other videos. He will be helping me, but he's not home at the moment, so I'll get a start on it and then he'll come help me with the hard things like pushing the crane around. But bucket, breaker bar, we'll go from this side. Last time I went from the wrong side and I don't even think I'll be able to fit. Already tired, I already don't want to. I think we're gonna, when we do the lock mods to this, everything will have to come off. I'll be able to get the knuckles off of this, but I think we should probably address this issue that I'm having back here. As you can see, the front here is actually pulling away, so I think I need to hit that back down and weld it. And also down here, y'all can see it's cracking and it's actually pulling away. There's a massive gap here. You can actually see into the engine bay, so I think I'll whack that back down and we'll have to weld it. So that's another reason why we're doing this full TLC on the S13. I think it needs it. Yeah, I think it's so bad because I don't have a strap bar because I think they're quite ugly. I don't know how to say it nicely. I don't like them very much. And also I cut my tubs out because I wanted that. So I think that's made it a little bit more weaker. Hi guys. I think that's made it a little bit more weaker. So I guess we'll weld it, and if it happens again, I don't know, I might have to get a strap bar, but that's only if my hands are tied behind my back and I absolutely have to. Ugh. Let's have a look at my gearbox oil and see how it looks. I only just replaced it like 2 events ago, or 3 events ago. Ooh. Oh no. That's done up. My dream one day would be to have a hoist, because this would be so much easier if I didn't have to lay on the ground. So, here is the soup. Let's see, where's the markings here? Okay, so on a, I think, yeah, it takes like 3.2 or 3.7, I don't know, don't quote me. I don't know. It's got, I would say it's almost 2.5 litres. It's like 2.6 litres in there, so yeah.
I can see your face
We won't talk about that, will we? I actually, like, I'll insert a video or whatever from the track day.
What the fuck? Oh shit! We got an issue.
It's just stinks. Where I was saying it was like spewing out everywhere. Like, I knew it was coming out, but like I thought maybe like 100 mils, not a whole litre. Engine oil is probably drained by now. Well, I don't know, because it's jacked up so high, it's not really draining very well. I think it's currently like 2 o'clock, because I did have to go inside and get storage off, well, things off my phone because I ran out of storage. So still fingers crossed, I'm hoping we can get it done today, but it is winter and it is cold, so it will get dark pretty quickly. So it's about 2 o'clock, hopefully in about 2.5, 3 hours we can have this out. Here we go. Thin soup. It's not as bad as it usually, like it is pretty bad, but it's not as bad as it usually is, because I didn't finish the last event that I did. I kind of did half the event, so it needed a change anyways. These are all my old used oil bottles. We just keep filling them up. Is this empty? Yeah, this one's empty, so I think this has old oil in it. Let's give it the smell test. That doesn't smell old. Yeah, no, this one's new. This appears to be old, so I'll keep this over here. Just get rid of this, and then we'll get into just pulling everything off as fast as we can. What a life hack. There we go. Okay, nextly, bumper has to come off so that we can get to the intercooler stuff. Usually it's a bit easier, but the jack handle was in the way. These Plasy clamps are so good. They're real simple to work on, and as well, like they never come off. You open them up. Don't like this because it hurts my fingers. Someone knows an easier way to get these off, let me know. They're good. They don't come off. Oh, there. They don't come off under boost, but they're hard to get off. We got the inner cooler off as well already, which is good. These are just a pain to get off. Like, ooh, not the washer. Just like, I like them. They're really good, but just these red things, they're quite firm. Yeah. Ta-da. Good. Oh, that's tightening. It's backwards. Golly. She's a bit stiff, and I don't want to hurt my hands. It's just stuck in the chassis because I made it like... there we go. The holes are quite a tight fit. Yay. That's that, and the thermos are on there. Okay, next thing that we need to do on here. Now I just don't know what way to turn these. Okay, get the tension off, get the belt off. Ta-da! Drive belt off. Okay, next, to take the power steering pump off. Easy. This should just be able to... Usually if you were someone else, you might have more bolts holding it on than that, but I only have one. I need to get some leverage. Get out. There. This way we don't need to undo any of my power steering lines and lose any fluid or make a mess. And keys. Maybe this one. It's loose anyway. Oh, yeah, look, it's quick release. Push, press, bolt, come off. Screamer is off. Yay. Oh, golly, I always end up cutting these because they get stuck on from the heat. Oh, it's coming. I did it. Yay. Oh, would you look at that? One of my exhaust manifold bolts has fallen off. That off, that off. This has to come off because it's part of the ECU wiring. Again, this water. Just gonna go ham at everything on this side while I'm here. That's got to come off. This crank sensor. It's got to come off. And they all feed back through this cover here. So it kind of looks nice. So yeah, kind of. This is a absolute annoyance to feed back through. Oh, there's another plug down here too. I think. Hold on. We might have to take the timing cover off. I didn't notice this big fat one was on. I hate clips. Ow. Yay. Okay. Let's see if we can fit this through with the cover on. Come on, crank sensor please. Bit more sideways. Yes, good. These ones will come off. Oh no. Damn, it's loosening from the rail. We have to get a dirty old shifter on it. Perfect, this dirty old shifter. Hold that. And then this one on there. I did it. Perfect, that was nice and easy. This is gonna leak fuel. I know it will already. Not bad. This one's gonna leak more. Let's see if this one is. Oh, which way do we go? I don't know, my lefty loosies, righty tighties. Maybe I go down, I think. No, that's tightening. Or is that tightening? Whoopsies. Okay, that's loosening. Good. Golly. Huh, okay, that one didn't leak much either. Okay, next thing, while we're here, injectors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And also last time I made this mistake, I plugged the cam sensor into the front one. That's just a fancy block off. The back one is the one that actually works. So that was why my car didn't start last time. I put it back together. I was so scared. It was just something like that. So it was just that. So again, just push them all under the intake. They all feed through into the cabin under the intake. So I'll just push them all under the intake. That way they don't get caught. It's always sad because like I did this, well, ASG did this wiring harness brand new for me like almost 2 years ago now. But it's like, it's kind of sad because I've been using it for 2 years. So some of the clips are, if you come down and have a look here, they are getting old and they are cracking. It's not hurting it obviously, but it's just sad because I remember what they looked like when they were brand new. Undoing this clip as well, don't need to, but just in case it's tangled and stuff, I just want to have it undone. Okay. Next. Now this is where it starts to get annoying. This is the part I really, really, really hate. There's an oil pressure sensor under this intake here, and it's an absolute dog to get off. Like, it almost caused me a breakdown last time. I don't even remember where it is. Oh yeah, it's right here above the oil filter. That was easier than last time because I knew where it was and I knew how to get it off, so that's already off. My knock sensors, there is 2. I get lost where they are, so get that off. Oh, I think this is the oil one. The other one was the first knock sensor. That's the oil one off. Starter wire off. Got the second knock sensor off. Last time I spent ages looking for them because I didn't know where they were. Oh yes, and PLAZMAMAN, we have all of our vac lines and all of our fun stuff under the intake manifold to hide it. So there is about, I think my vacuum for my brake boosters under here. Trying to undo it without looking at it. Yeah, my sensor, oh here. Oh, here's what happened last time. I've got my, the sun's bright, I've got my starter motor on that, not my starter, my alternator on that side, and the power goes around to the starter, and then there's another power on the starter that goes into the cabin. But basically, if the cameraman can come and see, right down here where my finger is in this tiny little gap, down here where my finger is, that you can just barely see that red, that bolt right there, that's what I need to get to. And this, I'm not even kidding, that took me hours last time. And I was thinking, oh, how can I take it off differently this time? The car, we have all that ECU stuff on the floor down here. Battery was connected, battery is now no longer connected. This is so feral. I'm trying to use a shifter, I'm so sorry. Get off. Okay. So I don't need to do it in the bay again. So get rid of that. That can just rack off out there, and we'll take that out with the motor. Next thing I'm going to take off is my breathers. And as the cheap ones, the edges bend and they become like stripped. Like, see, can you see the edge here? If you can, if you're just gonna buy them, I paid like $100 for these. If you, like a while ago, if you're gonna buy them, just buy like the $200-300 billet aluminium ones. They'll save you from having this problem where they just get a bit old and the edges bend, because they are just aluminium at the end of the day. Okay, next thing after these breathers, I do like to try and get the oil cooler out with the car so we don't have to bother about that. So I will just try and lift that out with the car. I will just yeah, undo the zip ties, obviously. Next thing on the list to undo is we can't forget, fun fact, everything that I need to take this car completely completely apart is in that toolbox that I take to every event. So anytime anyone needs anything and they ask me, chances are I have it. Like some guy the other week asked me if I had some Dash 6 fuel hose, and I was like, I do. Even though I don't run any Dash 6 fuel hose, I was like, yep, I got some. It's so funny. This one is the, which way am I going? Left, this downwards. This one is my clutch line that I had custom made. I have a guy that custom makes my lines for me. He's like 5 minutes up the road. He custom made my hardline power steering lines, or they're soft line now at the back of the motor. And I think I've been doing 3 or 4 times because every time I take the motor in and out, they seem to get crushed. So that's that. I'm actually surprised stuff didn't come out of it. Next is the dump. Gotta undo that. Oh, here we go. It is an 11. Okay. I also just undid the sensor off the dump because just in case, you know, I don't want to ruin my wiring. Just in case the dump does drop and there is a bit of tension, would rather just undo it. I don't technically need to, but I think last time we were having clearance issues when we were putting it back in or something. I don't fully remember. I can't remember. I just know that last time we took it off, whether it was when I took it out or when I put it back in, it wasn't on. So I am going to assume that the engine mounts are maybe a 14. Let's have a look-see. You can't even see the bolt. Is it a 16? Gun. Oh gosh, the gun is not going to fit. Oh, the gun will fit. The gun will not fit. I don't want to drop it on my head. Did I get it or did it out the bolt? Off. Where is it? Here. One engine mount bolt off. Wonder if I could get to the other one.
Did you actually get it off?
Yeah. I think I need to turn the wheel the other way for this other one.
I can turn it by hand.
Isn't it stuck at the end here? It's like a bit tight. A bit firm. Every time it makes like one rotation, it gets tight. We are. Engine mount number 2 off. Okay, oil cooler. I'm taking the zip ties off. Pit rat B, bring it over the crane. Yay! I think we're almost ready to come out. Just tying the engine up to the crane. Now we use this old ratcheting rope. It's a big thick one I found at Bunnings. So we just use that. And just kind of tie it around the front 2 runners so we can get a good angle on the engine to pull it out. Kind of just twist it around as many times as possible in a way that you think will hold the engine. So I kind of just keep knotting it basically and then jacking it up and just seeing if that'll hold. This looks terrible, this one. But let's just see anyway. You never know. It might hold. I've been out here for like half an hour now trying to do this. Let's see. No. Just can't get a good tie on it. Is that holding?
Yeah.
Just jack it up a little bit so we can kind of, yeah, there we go. It's off the engine mount. So, because it's a real tight fit, we usually try and have like 3 people doing this with us. So I'm going to try and record what I can, but for now I'm just going to put the camera down and try and get it at least halfway out. It's getting dark. So this is how it is. That's the clearance on the front there. We've just got it to clear over there. The top there, we usually get someone, because it's got no hinges, we just get someone to hold it back. All here is clearing good. So yeah, just going to keep going on with it. It's going pretty good this time. Backing it up on the rear here. I missed the ground on the back of the head, so we're just getting at that now. So this is the angle we're currently working with. It is on a bit more of an angle than I wanted. I think next time I'll go the 3 runners, not the first 2. Engine is out, yay. It was on a bit more of an angle than we did once, so next time I will go for 3 runners, not just 2 runners. I did run over my toe with the crane, so that really hurts, but engine is out. Engine is on the ground now. Yeah, it's dark, but it is now 5:30. So we did start at 12:30, but then I had a break till about 2:30 because I had to eat and get storage off my phone. So 12:30 till 1:30, that's an hour. And then 2:30 to 5:30, 3 hours. So about 4 hours it took us to get it out, and that was just relaxing and filming as well. If you were in a rush and you had more people, you could get it done in probably 2 hours. But nonetheless, I'm excited to get it apart and get it all back together. The sooner it's back together, the better. But I am glad that we did pull it apart, because the front end is coming apart down here as well. If you guys can see down here, it's kind of coming apart. It's splitting. Down here, it's splitting away from itself. So we'll hit all that back together and we will weld all that back together while this is out. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and that's exactly how I get my motor out of my S13. So it's pretty simple. Just some things are a bit tight is the hard part, but for the most part, it's really, really simple to get out. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. We'll be doing something, whether it's fixing all the front end lock mods or gearbox and timing. I don't know which one we'll get to first, but yes. See you in the next video.